out to all my football fans out there. This is Lolo the Maverick here. I just want to say Merry Christmas to all of you. I hope you guys have a beautiful day with your families and enjoy that. But we're here for the NFL picks. And this is going to be an interesting day. This is week 17 now. I want to say that I believe these games are going to be closer than what people might think. I think because it's so late in the season and it's playoff time, and with the given stakes and the way that these teams have been playing, I think they're all going to leave it all out there on the line today. Not saying that they don't always do that. I just think today it's going to be emphasized. It's going to be really emphasized. So for the first game, we have a 1 o'clock matchup. We have the Kansas City Chiefs going to Pittsburgh. This is a 1 o'clock game. The Chiefs are the favorites by, I believe, 2.5. I think that the Chiefs are going to have a good mix of running and passing, but I definitely think that they're going to have success running the ball. I know Pacheco wasn't impressive last week, but I think this week he's going to make a big improvement. I mean, he just came back from injury, so you can't expect too much from him yet. But I think today he's gonna show up. So I'm expecting the Chiefs to have a good run today, run attack, so they can run the play action off of that and build off of that. If the Steelers can't take the ball away, if the Steelers can't run the ball, if the Steelers can't pass the ball, for short yards and all that, if Pickens doesn't show up, the Steelers are gonna get demolished at home because they're playing in Pittsburgh. It's very simple. Like they know that it's the Chiefs, so they know exactly how they gotta play against them. You have to be aggressive. You have to take risks. It's the only way to beat that team. There's no other way because that team will do that. They're not scared to take risks. That's what makes them a championship team. That's what makes them a dynasty. So this game, it's like Patrick Mahomes versus the Steelers defense. That's the headline. But I think that I'm going to take the Steelers in this one. I don't think that it's going to be easy for them. I think it's going to be a well-fought, hard game. But I think the Steelers got the heart and the determination, and I think they got the talent to beat this team if everything goes right for them. It's a long shot. I mean, they got home field advantage, but it's really hard to pick a winner in this game. I think for most people, they're going to just run with the Chiefs and, like always. But they haven't been that impressive to me. And, they do have one loss to Buffalo. So we'll see if the Steelers can give them their second loss and help Buffalo get that first seed or have a chance at that first seed. So I'm going to take the Steelers to upset. I know that's a bold pick, but I'm going to pick them to win this game. I just think that their defense is really good, and if they can slow down the run, they have a really good chance. And if they take the ball, they definitely got a really good shot at winning this game. They have to take the ball. If they don't take the ball from the Chiefs in the first half, second half, it doesn't even matter when. They just got to take the ball and capitalize off of it. And hopefully they're not getting blown out by double digits by then, right? So we'll see what happens, but I'm taking the Steelers in this one. Moving on to the 4:30 game, we have the Houston Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens are traveling to Houston. So we know that Tank Dell is done for the season. He had multiple injuries on his leg. That really broke my heart to see that. I love Tank Dell. I think he's such a great player. And the kid's been through a lot this year. He's been through so many trials and tribulations between getting shot and these injuries, and it's just sad to see, man. Like, all he wants to do is win and live his life, and he's just getting hit with all these very, very sad inconveniences and just occurrences that are just basically out of his control, But I believe that hopefully, maybe with the grace of God, that he can come back and play again one day. His chances are really slim. I mean, the injury was so bad. And you know what's the craziest part? I didn't even see the injury. I wasn't watching the game at the time that it happened. I believe I was working, and I was told that it was something that I really didn't want to see. I really don't like to see injuries, but it was just I just heard it was very gruesome. It wasn't pretty. So I'm wishing that boy a speedy recovery. I'm hoping him and his family are having a good Christmas and they're having a good time. I know it's hard for him. And on that note, I think that C.J. Stroud has been mediocre this season. I projected him to be the best quarterback this year because of what he did his rookie year. I just thought he was going to improve. He just seems like he doesn't seem like he didn't improve, but he also is not playing his best, right? So I think today is a great chance for him to redeem himself. He's going up against a tough Baltimore defense. They got the best defense in the league. It's going to be a challenge, but I think he's going to play with a chip on his shoulder. He just lost his best friend. Nico Collins been facing injuries this year. Nico Collins is good to go. Joe Mixon got to show up. I mean, bottom line is this. If Joe Mixon doesn't do anything, if he doesn't even get 50 yards, I mean, that's not really going to help his team. Me personally, I think Joe Mixon has been really not a factor lately. He's been kind of making me scratch my head on what he's doing. But bottom line is that if he doesn't play good today, they're not winning the game. They're going to get blown out. It's not even going to be close. So they need Joe Mixon to show up. They need Nico to show up. They need C.J. Stroud to cut the interceptions. I mean, he got an interception like every game this season, which is trash. It's terrible. And it's not what I projected for him. And it's not what I expected from him. But you know what? It's only his second year. So he's going to make mistakes. So he's only going to get better because he's just going to learn from that. So once again, I'm going to pick the Texans in a game that I should probably just pick the Ravens easy. But once again, I believe in C.J. Stroud. I'm going to just keep believing in him and putting my faith in him. I think this game is going to be closer than what probably other people think it's going to be too. I think it's going to be a lot closer than what people expect. I'm going to take the Texans to win. I think that if they get going early and Mixon can be a factor, I think they definitely have a chance to win. But if they can't get that run going and they just rely on CJ throwing the ball, he doesn't have Tank Dell now. He just got Nico, Schultz, and I don't even know who the other receiver is because Stephon Diggs is done for the season too, which is another blow for them. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to come down to the wire. I think both games are probably going to come down to the wire, to be honest with you. I should be taking the favorites, but I'm not. It's just too big of a game, and it's too late in the season for you just to be picking any team because they're the favorites or just because you think that they're this team that is dominating. Nobody's really dominated this season like the Chiefs and the Lions, and, you know, arguably the Eagles, right? So, yeah, I'm going to – those are my picks. And like I said, Merry Christmas to all you football fans and all my followers and everybody showing love to my channel. No drinking and driving, guys. Please stay safe. There's Uber, there's Lyft, there's all types of things. There's taxis. There's so many services you can take. Just don't risk your freedom and don't risk your health and your life and anybody else's life, you know. So, yeah, those are my picks for the Week 17 matchups. This is Lolo the Maverick here. This is Maverick Mind Sports, and we are out of here.